Hello friends and welcome to Art and Maker class. Today we will be making a bumblebee puppet. To make our bee puppet, we will need some circle objects to trace, such as cups or bowls. We will also need some yellow paper and some black paper. If you don't have any colored paper, that is fine. You can use some white paper and color the paper with markers, crayons, colored pencils, or oil pastels. We will also need some tape and a glue stick. If you don't have a glue stick, you can use the tape. Some markers, some crayons. We will need a pencil and some scissors. All right, let's get started. All right, friends, let's start making our bee puppet. Now, the two largest shapes of our bumblebee is the body and the head of the bee. Now, we can use a pencil and draw our circles, or we can find some tracers to help us draw the circles. Now we need two different sized circle tracers. You need a larger one for the body and a smaller one for the head. So let's start off with the body tracer. Make sure you use your helping hand to hold the tracer so it doesn't move as you are tracing your object. And you can use any object that you can find in your house. It can be a bowl, a cup, anything that is the circle shape. All right, there is the body. And then, let's see, should I use the bottom? That'll be too small if I use the bottom. I think the right size will be the top of the cup. So I'm gonna place that right over here, use my helping hand to hold it down, and then slowly trace the circle. All right, now I am ready to cut out my circles. We'll cut out the head first. And now you notice my scissors, the position of my scissors isn't really moving that much. To cut out a circle shape, it's easier to just turn the paper as I cut. All right, there's the small circle. Now let's do the same thing. See, watch, my scissors are going to be pointing in that direction, and I'm holding the paper with my helping hand, and I'm turning the paper towards the scissors. And I'm slowly cutting as I slowly turn the paper. Go all the way around. Still turning, almost done, and there we go. All right, so now we have our two circles for the head and the body. There we go. Now you can use a piece of tape to tape that together, or a glue stick. I'll use a glue stick. If you, as I said earlier, if you do not have any yellow paper, you can trace your circles on white paper, cut them out, and then color with a yellow crayon or a yellow marker or a yellow colored pencil or maybe an oil pastel. You could even paint your shapes if you have paint. But I'm gonna, so we're gonna glue on the head I'll put a little bit of glue at the top of the body. Put our cap back on. Remember to click it. Now let's put the body right on top of the head. And press that down. Let that dry for a few seconds. All right. Now let's go ahead and add the eyes to our bumblebee. Now you can go ahead and use a marker and just draw the eyes on, or you can cut out some white pieces of paper like I did here, glue them on, and then add the pupils. So I'll fold a small white piece of paper in half, and I'll draw some small circles. Ooh, maybe I can use a tracer. What about this little glue stick? I could use that. Or I could use the inside of this of these scissors to make some circles or oval shapes for the eyes. I love to use tracers. Now, I only have to draw one eye because I folded my paper. When I cut out the eye, I will have two eyes. One cut, two eyes. All right, there are the eyes. Now I can turn this one over so I don't see that black crayon mark. And they're gonna go right there. Let's add a little bit of glue to the back of these. And to bring it to life, what do we need to add? The pupils. And I need a smile on my bee, right? Next thing we can add are what are these called? The antenna. The antenna are black. I can use some black paper. If you don't have any black paper, use some white paper, and then use a crayon or a marker to color the antenna black. All right, I'm gonna fold it, and I am going to draw some curved lines on black paper. I need to use a white crayon. It'll be hard to see the pencil. So I'm just gonna make a curved line and a little circle at the end. I need to make another line right next to my first line. All right, so there's my antenna. Now I'm gonna go ahead and cut out my antenna. Remember to fold your paper so you can cut out two antennae with only one cut. I go all the way up. Now I'm gonna cut out the little bulb at the top of the antenna. A little tricky. And I'm gonna come all the way down. Maybe I'll turn it around and now go back up. All right, there's the antenna. There should be two there. Let's see. There we go, two antennae. All right, let me get some white paper in the background here so you can see the antenna. I'm gonna put one over here, and I could put them both in that direction. I think that would be fun. Or I can turn them around and put them like this. All right, you can use some glue to glue the antenna on, or a piece of tape. Just put a little bit of glue at the bottom of the antennas. we will glue the antenna on. Put it right in the back of the bumblebee's head. And press that down, hold it for a few seconds. The next thing we need to do is add some bumblebee stripes. There are a couple of different ways that you can do this. You can cut out long rectangular strips of black paper and glue them down. You could do that. Or you can draw some lines going across and color those lines in, or those rectangular shapes that you just drew with a marker or a crayon or a colored pencil. I'm gonna add, you can add as many of these long rectangles as you'd like, or stripes for the bumblebee. I think I'm gonna put 3 on. 1, 2, and I need one more down here. And there's my 3rd stripe. Just gonna color those in. All right. I've got my head, I've got the body. What do I need? I need my bumblebee wings. All right, let's grab our white piece of paper. Now, for the wings, I'm going to draw the wings, or one wing, on the opening part of my folded piece of paper. And looks like a letter C, doesn't it? So you can draw your letter C to make your bumblebee wing. Make sure your paper is folded. So you cut once and you will have 2 bumblebee wings. Let's see how I'm turning the paper as I cut. There we go. 2 wings. Move this background out of the way so we can see those wings. Now, if you don't want to see that pencil or crayon mark when you drew your wing on the white paper, you can just flip it upside down. Put a little tape on that edge and glue it to the body of your bumblebee. Now let's do the other side. All right, let's take a look at our example. The only thing left to add is our puppet stick to turn our bumblebee into a puppet. So you can use a pencil, a pen. Here I have a black colored pencil. Matches the stripes of my bumblebee. I'm just going to turn that around to the back of my bumblebee and add a couple of pieces of tape to hold that together. All right, let's take a look. There we go. There is our bumblebee puppet. All right, friends, thank you for following along on how to make a bumblebee puppet. I hope to see your bumblebee soon. Have a great day.